What's up, YouTube? Seven Shoguns here, back with another episode of Weekly Nerdy News, the podcast where we talk about everything going on in the week as far as video games and movies, comic book news, whatever happens this week. I'm your host, Seven, aka Ben, and I'm joined with our favorite recurring guest here. Tell us who you are.
Yo, it's Sleep. I guess I have been here long enough to be recurring.
I think you've actually had the most consistent showings of anyone else.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What does that say?
I don't know. This is actually unexpected. Would have thought Ninjax would have been here the most, but guess I was wrong.
Nah, I think he's only done two, and this is your third, so you've now surpassed. You win the award, man. That's it. You are the winner. I wanted to bring you on today to congratulate you for having the most consistent showings on the podcast, and you've won the most consistent award.
Awesome. What's my prize?
Your prize is this week's topics. So this one, out this week, there were some pretty good releases. We have one major game release, and that was Nioh for, I believe, the PS4 only. It was PS4 exclusive. That came out on Tuesday. Yeah, that came out on Tuesday, and I've been playing the mess out of that game. I've been looking forward to it because I didn't catch because this game has released a bunch of demos, or I guess technically it was an alpha, then a beta, then an actual demo. They're all timed, so I missed the first two. I actually played the most recent demo. Liked it a lot, and then I bought the game day one, and I've been trying to record gameplay and play it so I can upload a video for you guys here soon. It's a lot of fun, man. It's like, Samurai Dark Souls, that's what everyone's calling it, but I think it's a bit more than that, to be honest. No?
Yeah, I mean, from looking at it, it seems a lot more. The combat is more fluid than Dark Souls, I would say. I'd actually put it closer to Bloodborne, mainly because you don't have a shield that you really need to worry about. Like, you can't block, so you have to worry more about evasion, countering, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a PS4, so I can't personally play it unless I, just take yours. But
yeah, I mean, you can just steal it. That's
yeah,
whatever. Just break my house.
Walk in one day, and then it's mine. Yeah,
that's. But yeah, but no, it's pretty fun. It's very difficult, but I think the one thing people, I guess, are picking up as they're playing it or should figure out is it's not just Dark Souls. Yeah, it is very much, I think, a faster version. You can compare it to Bloodborne, but I feel like even more than that, it's a very combo-heavy game because you can switch stances and it's about speed. And it's not quite at the level of like a Ninja Gaiden or a Devil May Cry, but I feel like we're moving in that direction of a return to more stylish action games, or more combo-heavy action games. And I like it because I feel like you can play it like Dark Souls. You can play it very slow and kind of back off and, whatever. Or you can play it very Twitch. You can kind of be way faster and do combos. Shout out to another YouTuber. His name is XLH Gladiator, I think is what it is. He does like combo videos for games like this, like Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, all that. He did one for Nioh, and it's awesome. Like, I watched his combo video, and it made me realize I'm crap at this game. Like, I don't know what I'm doing at all. Like, I'm not good. Like, this guy's so much better. So, but that's what's possible with this new system. You could never do something like that in Dark Souls. So, I think it's its own beast. I'm kind of happy it exists. I'm happy that it exists, and I want to see where the medium goes after this. Yeah. All right. So besides that, out this week we have a bunch of movie releases. Two big ones and one kind of meh one. We have John Wick Chapter 2, Lego Batman, and 50 Shades Darker. Now, I've seen John Wick already, and it's awesome. I would say if you've seen the first one, go see it. It's a great movie. I'm actually putting out a review for that soon, so check out that soon. We might be seeing Lego Batman today, actually. Might be going to go see that. So, are you excited?
Yeah, I really want to see that movie. I mean, honestly, when I went to watch the first Lego movie, more from a nostalgia lens. I didn't think it was actually going to be that good.
Yeah.
The movie blew my mind. I mean, like, I want to rewatch it, but the first time I watched that movie, it was like I was amazed. So I'm looking forward to seeing Lego Batman.
Yeah, I didn't expect that much from it either. I mean, I love Legos. I've played with Legos since I was a kid. I mean, don't tell anyone, but I still play with them now. I mean, I haven't stopped. And I'm an adult, so.
Dude.
Yeah,
sure, adult.
Yeah, man, I'm 35. I'm 40. That's my age.
You literally just said an age and then you just added on to it. Like, that's not how it works.
Come on, man. I'm 42, bro.
You just made it higher. What?
But yeah, the Lego movie definitely surprised me. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, and it just looks cool. Like the animation, I can't tell if it's stop motion or if it's like CG. I feel like it's some kind of mix of both, but yeah, it just looks awesome. So this one gets me really excited. I didn't think I was going to be excited for it just because Lego as a concept by itself is cool. But then when you start doing offshoots like Lego Batman, and you try to like define that, it makes me go like, do I really want to see this? But the trailers have looked awesome, and all the reviews I've seen, people are really excited for it. So I'm looking forward to it. We should be seeing that today. And 50 Shades, that's,
yeah, I don't even think we should have mentioned that in the podcast. That's
yeah, it's not even that.
I think that's out of our range.
We'll just skip it. So moving on to news stories of the week. There is only really one big thing that's happened in gaming, so we'll do that one first, and that was the For Honor beta. The For Honor beta came out this week. I'm not sure if it's ended or not yet. It may not have ended. But the full game comes out next week, Tuesday, the 14th. So happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Go celebrate by playing a game where you're killing each other with giant axes and swords. It's great. Love.
Nothing says I love you more than cutting the head of your loved one off.
Yes, it's like a praying mantis, man. That's
in a video game. Don't actually do that.
Yeah,
please.
We are not advocating murder. Don't arrest us, please.
If you tell someone sleep told you to kill your loved one, if they knock on my door, I'm going to say I have no business with you. I don't know who you are, because I actually don't know who you are. So just don't mention it.
But it looks cool. I haven't gotten a chance to play the beta yet because I've been obsessed with Nioh. But everything I've seen of that game looks pretty cool. I love the concept because a lot of like multiplayer games now are just shooters, so it's cool that like a game like this, like a third-person action game, basically, is getting a lot of attention in a multiplayer space. So, yeah, it looks pretty awesome. Have you played it at all, or do you just look cool to you? Like, do you want to try and play it eventually, or?
I've looked at the game. I've watched some streamers play it. I didn't bother downloading it because my rig right now, I don't know if it would handle it. Mm-hmm. From what I've seen of it so far, combat looks fluid. When the game works, it works well. With parrying, blocking. Some of the mechanics look wonky. I think I'm just going to chalk that up to you have to really play it and master the controls and master the different things you can do in the game.
Yeah.
An issue I've heard a lot of people have is that because the game is peer-to-peer, in that when you're playing it, it connects you to the player directly, not you to a server to the player.
Okay.
Lag can be an issue. There are a lot of disconnects, stuff like that.
Right.
So, I mean, in 1v1, I don't think that'd be much of an issue, but when you get to 2v2 and then 4v4, But yeah, when you add more players into the mix, then there can be a lot of issues with lag, latency, just disconnects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that's something that'll be fixed down the line, because the game is based on the online play. Right. And if you can't play online, then why bother? So I think Ubisoft's going to address and fix that soon. or
Yeah.
sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I would think. I mean, this is the beta, so I would think that by the time the full game comes out Tuesday, they should, have fixed a couple things. And even then, in the age we live in now, patches exist, updates exist, so I'm sure it won't take too long to get that stuff fixed. Because yeah, you're right. The game is entirely multiplayer. I think there is a campaign, but I don't even know how much of a factor that is as far as what the game is. Because it's very much a multiplayer type game, so. That's got to be, tip top shape. Otherwise, the game is not going to get played. So, but yeah, it looks cool. I haven't played it yet, but it does kind of intrigue me as far as like the blocking system and like the combat system. So I'm definitely curious to see how it's going to last long term. If it can be like an esports game, or just be a professional game people play. If it has that kind of longevity on it. So
yeah,
but looks cool though. All right, and then as far as gaming news, that was it this week. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff. Next week For Honor comes out, like I said, so look forward to that. But movie news, we do have quite a bit of stuff to talk about compared to last week. So the first thing I'll start off with was the Super Bowl trailers. This was last Sunday. We recorded that episode before the Super Bowl, so we didn't talk about all the trailers. There was a lot of trailers that dropped during the Super Bowl, which makes sense. That's what happens. There was trailers for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Stranger Things 2 got a trailer, which surprised the heck out of me. The Fate of the Furious got a trailer. Pirates 5 got a trailer. There was a Ghost in the Shell trailer. There was a Baywatch trailer. Lots of trailers. So, did you see any of the trailers, or was there anything that caught your eye?
I didn't really watch them. I watched. Actually, I don't even recall watching any of them. I forgot.
Well, damn.
Oh no, I forgot.
Did you watch?
I was doing other nerdy things. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, nerds are very multifaceted. We have lots of different interests besides trailers and other things, So I'm guessing you didn't watch the game at all then, too. Actually, yeah, you were hanging out with me, so
I watched the game with Sports Ball. Yeah, I was there in the stands in the basketball arena.
You were there.
I was yeah, no, I wasn't. I didn't watch the Sports Ball.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. But I did look at the score. It did look pretty cool. The game. It had a bunch of awards or whatever. It was like the first time in history they went overtime and some other nonsense. But this is a nerdy news podcast. All right, so nerdy stuff, not sports. But yeah, some of the trailers that caught my attention were the Guardians 2 trailer. Looked awesome, and that's, I guess, biased talking because I freaking love Guardians of the Galaxy 1, so that's kind of where that's coming from. But it just looks cool because like they're really nailing the tone of the music and the colors. So I thought that was a awesome trailer. And another one that caught my attention was the Ghost in the Shell one, the Stranger Things 2 one, because I was just shocked that they even dropped a trailer for that in general. I know Stranger Things 1 did really well, and they're making a season 2, but I just didn't think we would get a trailer, so that kind of caught me off guard. But that's coming out pretty soon. Well, not soon-ish. It's coming out on Halloween, but it's coming out soon as in it's coming out this year. So yeah. So I didn't watch Stranger Things 1 because it was too scary. But
oh my god!
But I have been advised that I should watch it, so I'm gonna bring myself to watch it soon. I'll probably do a review for it too. But I don't know, man. I just scary stuff's scary, man. I'm not a fan of scary stuff. Nah,
man. There ain't nothing wrong with being scared.
Cause it feels icky.
What?
Yeah, like
icky?
Like when you're scared, just like it just feels kind of icky.
Nah, man. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I ain't never scared, but I don't know.
You never get scared. You're just stonewall.
Nah, never. Yeah, man.
That's impossible. Nah, it's because you're always sleeping. That's why.
Well, that is true.
You
can't deny that one.
Someone tries to scare you, you're just already asleep. It's too late.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm having nightmares, I'm awake. So it's like I'm sleeping from being asleep, you know? So I guess I just can never be. Yeah.
Like the muscle comes out.
It doesn't make sense if you don't think about it. Wait, that is. I mean, it makes more sense if you don't think about it. You know, both are accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said that right.
That's totally right. That's completely correct. That's not incorrect at all. That's wizardry right there. You are a magician of words. Something. But besides that, there was the Pirates 5 trailer, which looked pretty cool. Although I can't trust the trailer so much because the last couple movies have been, shit. So even though the trailer looks, yeah, well, I mean, the third one was pretty bad. I didn't like the third one at all. I wasn't a fan. And then the fourth one, I thought was better than the third one for sure, but it still was like, okay, well, this is all right, Yeah. So the fifth one, I feel like the trailer, it has Anton Chigurh, it has Javier Bardem in it, and that's a plus. He's a fantastic actor, and it looks cool. Certain shots look kind of epic. It reminds me of the second one, which is my favorite one. Which I know some people are gonna say you're crazy. The first one's the best one. Yeah, the first one's okay to me, but I don't know. I can't get too excited for it just because I'm afraid. I'm afraid that if I get excited, I'm gonna look forward to it. Then I'm gonna watch it, and then I'm gonna let down. I'll be Phantom Menace.
You don't want to hype yourself up to be disappointed.
Yeah, and that can happen all too easily with this franchise. So, but besides that, there were some pretty good trailers. I actually put out a video on my channel just called Super Bowl Trailers of 2017, where I kind of go through all of them in depth. So look out for that if you want to see more opinions and thoughts on those trailers. All right, moving on. So I think like a day after the Super Bowl trailers dropped, Netflix was like, well, I'm not going to be outdone. So they put out a new Iron Fist trailer like a day after because they felt left out. So there's a new Iron Fist trailer that dropped. Iron Fist, if you didn't know, is the fourth of his Netflix series of Marvel characters. So you have Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and then Iron Fist is the last one. He's the final Defender, if you will, leading up to the Defenders miniseries they're going to make. So it's a big deal to some people, I guess. It looks pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. I never read Iron Fist, the comic book, but he's got a glowing fist. So it gets me excited. Those glowing fists,
Really? You're just going to be watching his hands the entire movie?
Well,
or I guess the entire series?
No, I mean, when they're glowing, yeah. Normally, they're just hands, like, or whatever. But, like, if they're freaking glowing yellow, it's like, yeah, come on. They're glowing fists, man. How do you not like that?
Yeah, you can make glowing fists, too, with radiation.
Radiation?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not safe. I wouldn't recommend it, but,
I don't think they'll be glowing. I think they'll be melting, actually. They'll probably be falling off my wrist.
Yeah, but, before they fall, they'll be glowing. And they might still be glowing on the ground.
I guess it's worth it then, right?
Yeah, man.
Totally worth it. I just tape them back. That'll work, right? Tape?
Oh yeah, man. Duct tape fixes everything.
Yeah, tape and staples. That'll put it right back on. See, that's what Luke should have done. He should just use tape and staples. I don't know why I didn't think. But no, it looks pretty cool though. So one thing that kind of caught me off guard with it was. So all these like Netflix shows, they're like on like a budget, right? So like Daredevil is like discount Batman, he's not really a super. I mean, well, he's a superhero, but like he's not like a superhero. He doesn't really have powers. I mean, he has the super location thing, but other than that, he's just a guy who can punch really hard. So, and then Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, same thing. The shows are kind of like low budget. So I was thinking that. Are they just gonna have his Iron Fist like have his hand glow, and he's just gonna punch stuff, and it kind of hits like harder than like a regular person? Like he hits I hit like a little bit stronger than like a regular person would. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't actually have powers.
Yeah.
But no, at the end of the trailer, he punches the ground and it blows up. So I'm like, holy shit! Like I'm surprised they actually like had the budget to make this effect look as cool as it did. So I'm actually excited. I think this could be really cool if they, they actually make his Iron Fist pretty powerful and he can do stuff with it. And then hopefully whoever he fights is comparable, so that way he doesn't get blown away. Because that would be stupid if like you see him use it like a couple times in the beginning of the show. He like knocks over a building or something, and then he fights somebody who's just like, I don't know, he just has knives on him, and it's like, well, you could just take him out. You have a Super Saiyan glowing fist, like so easy, but it's like, nah, he's too hard. He has knives, man. I can't fight knives. Knives are my weakness. So, but I don't know. Do you think you're gonna watch it? Because you didn't watch the other ones, did you?
I did not. I rarely watch series because I lose focus, switch to something else, and then I keep switching over to something else, and I rarely make it back. I'm still trying to finish X-Files, man. That's been out for over 20 years now, and I'm still not finished that. So
I was gonna say that's like as long as that's like most of our lives.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure it's older than I am, and I'm still not finished with it. So yeah,
Jeez, dude. Well, I mean, that's like 9 seasons though, or something crazy like that. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah, but like this is gonna be like 1 season of like, I don't know, maybe like 12 episodes. You could do 12 episodes.
I don't know, man. That's like 12 hours of a day.
I mean, you could.
I think
you don't have to watch it all in one day.
An hour each.
Yeah, it's hour each, 12 hours. You could just spread it out. You don't have to watch it at once. You watch some there and watch some later, and you just finish it.
You're just smart, man. You gets it. You gets it.
You got to at least finish Westworld though. That show's awesome. That's only 10 episodes, so. Alrighty. Well, so after the Iron Fist trailer, which does look pretty cool, Marvel, again, not wanting to be outdone, they just said, well, fine, we're going to drop our own trailer. So they put out a trailer for Avengers Infinity War, which you're thinking, Avengers Infinity War is coming out in like a year or 2 years, like 2 years from now. Like, how are they putting out a trailer? Well, it's not quite a trailer. It's more like a behind-the-scenes teaser. They started shooting for it, I think like a week ago, January 23rd, I think. So they don't really have any footage of the movie. They just have like footage of the actors talking about the movie and that kind of thing. So they put out a trailer yesterday, and it's just like, Robert Downey Jr., Tom Holland, Chris Pratt. They're just talking about like, hey, this movie looks it's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited to be here. Blah blah blah. They're on like a set with like green screen behind them. And you get some concept art and everything, so it's cool. It gets me jacked up, because this is, possibly the big climax of the whole thing. This is where it all leads to. This is what was set up not Iron Man 1 necessarily, but Avengers 1. This is what was set up by showing Thanos at the end, and this is going to be Thanos' story, the big thing with him. So this is it. If this is bad, then it's over. Like, what is life?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it would have been over anyway, because it's supposed to end it, or at least it's supposed to end this first wave of Marvel movies without including, I guess, newer characters. Like, it's going to end this part of the Marvel movie universe. They're probably just going to do stuff afterwards because money, but,
Yeah, I mean...
So, good, bad... It's over anyway, so it's all right, buddy.
Nah, man. But like, if it ends good, and it's like I didn't waste 8-10 years of my life. Like I watch all these movies, I got excited for them, and it meant something. This supposed to mean something. I can go and live my life happy. But if it ends and it's bad, then it's like what have I been doing for all this time? Like it just, I don't know. I feel like it would just drain me.
But it's okay because Disney already got your money.
Well, I mean, I guess they'll be happy. What about me? What about my emotions?
I don't think they care about that.
No.
They already have your money. Like, it's over.
No, I mean, but we support them. They have to care about how we feel. Like us as people. What are they, monsters?
Do they?
Yeah, something.
Are they monsters? I thought they were. I thought that's how it was.
I mean, a giant talking mouse is normal, so they're probably something, some kind of mutant or something. It does look cool though. They did show concept art of Rocket Raccoon and Thor like together, which is like, I mean, that's it right there. Like that's the crossover people I wanted. So it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they did say that Galaxy Universe was going to be in this too, which makes sense because they had Infinity Stones they had an Infinity Stone in their movie, and they're probably going to be one of the second one.
Maybe. James said there might not be though, which at this point I think is possible just because there's only one left, and they might show it during Thor. So it might show up still. Like, he could be lying, but I don't think so. I think they're probably going to show it in Thor. But yeah, the Guardians are going to show up. It just makes sense because they're fighting Thanos, and like Gamora is his daughter, so it's like they're connected to that character. That they can't just be like, oh, you killed my dad. No, that's fine. Like they have to be a part of that storyline. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Although the one thing I wanted to mention was in that concept art, we see Thor and he's holding something. He's not holding Thor. He's not holding his hammer. He's not holding Mjolnir. He's holding what looks like his axe. So I'm guessing maybe in Thor Ragnarok at some point he like loses the hammer, which makes sense because it's like Ragnarok, you know. But maybe he's not worthy anymore, and now he's just, I don't know, like Odin's son or something. Like he's not Thor anymore. He's just Odin's son. That's just his name, Odin's son.
So they don't even call him Thor anymore. They just call him Odin's son.
Well, yeah, because in the comic books with this whole Lady Thor thing, Jane Foster gets the hammer, so she becomes the new Thor. But like Thor, I guess, isn't his name, which doesn't make sense. Thor is definitely his name, but like she becomes Thor. It's like the superhero title, and then Thor becomes Odin's son. Like he's literally
so
just
Thor is just the title, not an actual name, which makes no sense. But whatever.
That's his name. His name is Thor. You can't just say, "Oh, that's not your name anymore. Now you're just someone else." It's like, no, my name is Thor, and it's not a title. That's my name. But
no, it's not Thor anymore. Just change it.
Yeah, his girlfriend just totally stole his name and his powers and his hammer. What kind of girlfriend does that? But I don't know, man. So
sounds like a bad breakup.
She got everything in the divorce, man. Everything, even his name. It's crazy. But yeah, so maybe something like that will happen. Well, I doubt we'll get like a new Thor, but he might lose the hammer in Thor Ragnarok, which will explain why he has something else in the Infinity War movie. So looks cool. I mean, I just makes me more excited for Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War in general. But Infinity War isn't coming out until like 2018, next year, and then the second one's coming out in 2019, which is the year after that. So we still got a ways away.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. If they just started filming last week, then they have to finish filming, and then there's all the post-production work that actually has to go into it, and then it takes time. Yeah,
so I'm excited, but got ways to go, so don't get too excited. But I guess not to be outdone by Marvel, DC is like, we got news too. So now they're coming in with news. This is actually the last news thing we have for the day. And I remember last week how there was all this stuff with Ben Affleck. You know, he dropped out of being director of Batman, which was like a huge blow because a lot of people were saying, you know, the DC movies are cool, or DC in general is cool, but the movies have been kind of lackluster. I mean, they've been not that great. So one thing people have been saying is like, well, at least we can look forward to Batman because we're gonna have Ben Affleck as Batman. He's writing it, directing it. It's going to be a great cohesive piece. But now that's starting to fall apart. And so it's like, oh, no, this isn't that great. Well, since then, there's been lots of news stories. One of them was that they've been looking for a new director. And there's been a short list of people on that list that are going to replace Ben Affleck. The top person on that list is a guy named Matt Reeves, which if you don't know who Matt Reeves is, he's the guy who directed the Planet of the Apes movies, the new ones. So Rise and Dawn and War, which is coming out this year. He also did Cloverfield, the first one, I think. So he's pretty talented. He's got some pretty good stuff. You know, he's really good at making CGI monkeys. So I think it fits for Batman, I guess. Went from monkeys to bats. So he's apparently, according to what I'm hearing as of today, it looks like he's pretty much a lock. A lot of news sites are saying he's the guy. So I mean, they could pull a switcheroo and he could not be the guy, but it looks like for now he's definitely the guy. So that's pretty exciting. It's good to kind of see them bounce back from that, and also the story saying that as far as the script, they were rewriting it, which is like, oh no, they're rewriting it, but apparently they've already sort of finalized a script, and Ben Affleck is very happy about it. So that's a good thing. So it seems like things are turning around for Batman, and I don't know, it gets me kind of excited. How do you feel about it?
I think he'd make a good choice for it. I mean, nowadays when people think Batman, they think more of a darker tone, darker atmosphere all around.
Yeah.
And we definitely had that in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, or is that the second one?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking?
Yeah, Dawn is the second one.
And then yeah. I mean, that movie had a darker tone throughout the entire movie, and he was able to keep the atmosphere, and like I felt immersed while I was watching the film. So if he can bring that into Batman, which I'm pretty sure he can, then it's a good choice.
Yeah, I mean, I like those movies a lot. There's a lot of character depth in those movies. Like you get to really get in the headspace of like Caesar, which is impressive because like he can't talk. I mean he can talk a little bit, but like he's just a monkey. So the fact that you can kind of get that emotion from like the expressions of the performance capture with Andy Serkis and like the story and stuff. This guy can direct character-driven movies, so it gets me excited because, yeah, I think the DC movies have been kind of all flash, no substance. So getting a guy who can direct very character-driven stories, can really deep dive into what a character is thinking, in that way. It gets me really excited because I think they can make a really awesome Bat movie with this. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's the silver lining from Ben Affleck leaving the director chair, is having Matt Reeves come in. It's cool. I will admit that doesn't get me excited. Now, hopefully, again, it's not still terrible. That can happen regardless. Yeah. They can still make a bad movie. So hopefully it does work out. They can make a solid movie, and it ends up pretty cool. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think he would direct it poorly. So at this point, I think it's going to come down to the writing. But I think you said Ben Affleck is the one that wrote it, or he wrote the majority of it.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
he co-wrote it with Jeff Johns, who's like the head of DC. Well, not the head of DC Comics, but like he's one of the main creative people behind a lot of the storylines right now in DC Comics, and he also is the guy that they brought on to help fix the DC Universe movies. So he's like a really big DC guy. So him and Ben Affleck co-wrote it together.
Okay.
Yeah. They had that script for a while, and then since all this stuff has been happening, they were rewriting it almost like a page one rewrite is what they were saying. But it seems like they didn't rewrite it that much because they've already sort of figured out where they wanted to change and make it work. And now with Matt Reeves, it seems to be all of us kind of like falling in place. Which, people say with the rewriting stuff, I see why people can say that is a bad thing because, usually it's like you guys can't get together. But on the other side of that coin, you could even say that maybe now DC has kind of figured it out, right? Like they haven't had a direction really, but now maybe they found that direction. So now these rewrites with like Flash and now Batman is because they found a direction. Now they're changing all their movies to fit that direction. So maybe this is actually a good thing. It means that they actually are conforming into one single vision and not just being all over the place like they have been before. So, I don't know. I mean, we won't know until the movie comes out. So I will hold out hope. I'm hoping they can make good movies, just because having Marvel only is cool, but that would be kind of boring. So having other characters come out into the movies, would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it'll add variety, so you're not just looking at same old Tony Stark. You're not just looking at saying Captain America.
Yeah, yeah,
And Marvel isn't the only comic book maker. They're not the only superhero. Like they don't have the only superheroes out there. DC is older than Marvel, so just
yeah,
adding more to it. But DC hasn't had a good movie in a while, so
yeah,
or a movie we can say is good. I mean, Batman vs Superman wasn't bad, but it all
yeah.
comes down to opinion at that point.
It's definitely been a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. I just want a decent movie I can be proud of, saying, "Yeah, we did it."
Yeah, man. No, I totally feel you. Like, I'm not the biggest DC fan, but I grew up watching Justice League Unlimited, the Batman and Superman cartoons, Static Shock. Like, I grew up watching all that stuff, and it's like, I want to see Justice League on screen done properly. I want to see, you know, Superman, modern Superman. That's freaking awesome, right? I want to see these movies do well. I don't hope they're bad. Like, I don't hope any movie's bad. But it's just the recent ones like Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad. They've they haven't been that great, and I think it's because they haven't had a solid vision. So I'm hoping now they've finally sat down and said, okay, this is our vision. This is what we want to do, and then make it all come together, make it all work. But yeah, that was it, man. There wasn't anything else as far as topics or anything. Was there anything else you wanted to mention, or anything else that caught your eye this week?
Not for this week. There's definitely some exciting things coming in the future. I know Horizon Dawn or whatever, the new, I don't know, PS4, so I don't even remember the name, like New Horizon Dawn or whatever, the Horizon Zero Dawn,
Yeah.
that's coming out February 28th. So, I mean, that's 2 weeks away, but,
Yeah,
when you think about it, 2 weeks isn't that long.
Yeah, I mean, time's flying faster and faster, man. We're already in February, like 2017. We're already down 1 month, and February's the shortest month, so pretty soon we'll be in March, and then we'll be down 2 months, and it's like, what the heck? Like, where did all this time go?
Yeah, but you know what else happens in 2 weeks?
What's that, man?
March 3rd.
March 3rd is a big day. That's going to be a big day. Good or bad, I mean, who knows? But it's gonna be a big day. Like, yeah, March 3rd we have the Switch, which is, love it or hate it, that's gonna be a big event for gaming. Personally, right now I'm in the middle. I think I'm more on the side of nah. Like, I don't really care as much as I think I should be caring about it. Mainly because I'm not gonna buy one, because there's no games I want for it besides Zelda, which I can just buy on the Wii U. So
Yeah, which is also coming out March 3rd.
well, yeah, but besides that, there's nothing. I mean, there's like 1-2 Switch which I don't even know if that's even a launch title, but that's okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's a launch title.
Barman, which is a classic game if you like, retro stuff. It's in like a modern 3D style, but I don't care. And then there's something else which I don't even know what it is, because I don't care about it. But like, besides that, like, even stuff that they showed, the only other games that excite me are Mario and I think Xenoblade was the other one that does look kind of cool. So I do want to kind of play that. But Mario Kart, it's the same old stuff. It looks cool, new more maps and more characters and stuff, but it's not like a new game. It's the same Mario Kart 8, and they announced the Fire Emblem game, but that's not coming out until next year, and they didn't even show what it was. So it was like only a handful of games that really get me excited for this system. So I don't know. Hopefully they announce more stuff that'll get me more excited for it.
Yeah, I feel launch will be weak, but I think they'll be able to come back if they have enough third-party support. Because I know the main problem with the Wii U, there weren't that many games that people were interested in.
Yeah.
And like, there were some console sellers, like Mario Kart 8 sold consoles, Smash Brothers sold consoles, but really beyond those, there hasn't been really anything that would really make people say, I'm going to buy this console just for this. And like, even when people buy a console for one game, they buy other games with it, so they don't feel like it's just a wasted investment. So, they have a lot more third-party support this time. So, we'll see. Only time will tell.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a cool piece of hardware. So if anything, I think it will sell just because it looks cool, and it kind of is kind of cool. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, like you said, third party support will definitely step in and help carry a little bit. But also on March 3rd, we have Logan. So that's awesome. That's a good release. And I have it on here that Trainspotting 2 comes out March 3rd, but I guess that comes out March 17th. So maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, they moved it back.
Well, the Switch and Logan is still that's still pretty big.
It's still big news.
So yeah, those are definitely some big things. Look out for that. But in the coming weeks, I mean, next week we have For Honor, which is the big game that everyone's talking about right now. No big major film releases I have on my calendar, but I'm sure there's something coming out. And I also have Halo Wars 2 as the 21st, which I didn't play Halo Wars 1, and probably won't play this either, but I'm sure someone's excited for it, so I put it on my list. And then, like you said, Horizon Zero Dawn is the 28th, so it'll be flying by. It'll be, there'll be stuff coming out. I think once we hit March, it's gonna be a lot of stuff back to back to back. So, it's like the calm before the storm right now.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, thanks so much for listening to us ramble and talk. It's just fun hanging out with you guys every week, talking video games and movies. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. That is something with YouTube's algorithm, I'm told, and helps out the video somehow. So, do that, I guess. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I did a video on the Super Bowl trailers. I do movie reviews. Like the most recent one I did was for La La Land. I'm also doing one for John Wick, Split, and Lego Batman. So look out for all those coming to you pretty soon. And this podcast, which comes out every Monday. So come back every Monday to get a new episode of us just talking about video games and movies.
Shooting the shit.
Just shooting shit, man. Just shooting it like a sniper or something.
That sounds messy.
Yeah. Well, no, if you're far away from it, I'm sure it won't hit you.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Remember, kids, don't shoot shit.
It'll give you rabies.
I don't know about that one, but all right.
All right, guys. Until next time. See ya. Bye.
Later.